Greetings, all. My name is Justin Tyler. I'm so happy and enthralled that you have come to my channel to learn about magic. Oh, believe just coffee. And learn about, the government and what the world is not telling you. That there are things in this world, unfortunately, that you cannot see. A lot of people get PTSD because it's scary. And it's not your fault. But I have a job for you to do if you want to learn about how to protect yourself from psychic attack. Know that the Viking symbols of protection work, but the very top symbol of protection is the upside down cross, and this is effective even for spiritual atheists and atheists. So you guys need to be educated, and anyways, I'll get on with it. That we have 7 chakras that you cannot see, but they're energies inside of us and at the top of your head that parasites like to attach themselves to and feed off of your energy. You can't see them, and unfortunately this isn't talked about, and it should be. Like Christians do, they think that it's demons. It's not. I'm here to debunk this information. To Christians, they believe that the demons are actual satanic spirits that come to attack them. They're not. And please watch my other videos to explain this, that it's gray aliens and reptilians. They are at the bottom. They are bottom feeders. They are so gross. Like, people, I've had friends who have had nightmares who've seen these things, and they're there to absorb your energy, steal your originality, and some people think that they're possibly implanting your happy energy into other people so that they can use them to create ideas for Hollywood. This sounds insane, but if I had a picture I'd show you. But all your chakras, they attach themselves to you, and they use television, what they create in TV, to influence you and to trigger you in a negative way, to cause you to become hypersexual, perverted, cause you to have false influences. And we don't need the government, we don't need TV, we don't need Hollywood, we don't need the famous stars, we don't even need the famous stars that make music, because they are being used as puppets for an agenda to make you lose focus on what really matters. So anyways, like I was saying, where you begin as a human, you are inside of a vehicle. So your soul is you. Your soul is you in your mind. That's where you begin. This is where you actually are. Like this, your brain, if you could imagine it like a room that only you can get into. You could imagine this room, you sitting behind a computer where you program yourself. If you have the time to meditate on this, create that room to keep yourself safe, and know that your body and your mind only belong to you. And you can cast out any entities and negative energies that may be hindering you. Tell them to leave. And you want to do this before you do magic as well. If you have an altar, before you sit down, you want to sit in your chair and meditate, eyes closed, and you don't say it aloud. Say, I command all negative energies and entities to leave my mind now. And imagine them leaving out of a door, all of them, and then shut it and seal it shut in the name of your gods. And imagine that you're doing this with concrete, and then make it dry. Anyways, after that is done, sit with yourself, and if that's as far as you want to go, then You could say a prayer and then let it be done and open your eyes and continue from there. Because some people don't realize that in your mind, you might be like being attacked by a gray alien that is absorbing your beauty, absorbing your ideas, and they thieve. These parasites take ideas, they make you depressed. They're like, the parasites, like, people would get confused. People who do magic, they do get attacked. Gray aliens and reptilians are a lot like succubus jellyfish. They float around and then go like, and they're stupid. They're like a useless thing that absorbs psychic energy and even love, compassion, people's sexual interests and ideas. They steal that energy, and then, people who suffer from hypochondria are affected as well. And this is a video to expose that. If you watch all my videos, you'll understand where I'm getting at, is that the government has been designed to influence that you need to be completely dependent off of them. And they put poison inside of the pharmaceuticals that they're giving us. And people struggling from abuse, who suffer from PTSD, have like bipolar and stuff, that could be easily healed. And the one thing that I am going to say and explain is going to probably piss a lot of people off. That people really are suffering from hypochondria because they do not take accountability of the things that they've done wrong in the past that have actually caused the destruction of somebody's being, their mind. It's all an attack on the mind. Even children who are being labeled as schizophrenic, bipolar, or, they're told that they're completely out of control so that their parents, no offense, not everybody's like this. Some people really do want the help and controlling the situation, but they're killing their family, they're killing their kids. And I'm gonna tell you, you do not have bipolar. You do not have schizophrenia. If you claim that you're schizophrenic, you are prone to leaving a door open in your mind to become attacked by greys and reptilians who are sitting in the back and hovering and hindering your body. They're orbs, like they will lay on top of you and every single day and try to convince you to do things that you normally would not do or think. People think that they're demons from hell. They are not satanic demons. Satanic demons, I'm trying to say, these parasites that the Christians don't know how to explain, are attacking the satanic religion. Satanists do not attack people with their magic. The demons are thought forms. They're little mini gods that help open doorways to heal Satanists. They're like Pokemon that you summon at an altar, give them a little treat, and then that demon actually works with you to help you to move forward with your mind and your life, like Azazel, and helping you to achieve and get a better job. They're dark because they were designed to keep people out of their religion in the old times. Like, they're scary. When you look at the pictures, they're scary, but it's only for the brave to actually communicate with these beings, because I guess to want great power, you have to be brave in order to get that reward. But when you summon these things, they do not hinder you. They're people. It's like putting, an offering for Satan at an altar. You want to talk to him, you have to summon him with an offering, because that offering he will literally, he's like a parasite himself, an orb of energy that will come and actually consume what you have brought to the table and then sit with you because he's in the astral realm. That's what, people are afraid of. You can talk to ghosts, but I'm not encouraging this because how do you make them leave? And that's what people should know before they start practicing magic, is that you have to be prepared to protect your mind and your third eye from seeing stuff that you don't want to see all the time, because you might get a ghost that doesn't want to leave. Satan isn't like that, and the 72 dukes of hell are not like that. They're gentlemen. They're not perverted. They don't want to rape you. But I'm trying to help people understand you need to separate what you believe from television and horror movies from facts. And I'm going to be creating a website on my Facebook. I'll explain that if you're interested. But the symbols that banish these energies that unfortunately, are Illuminati, and they target weak-minded people. They want you to be mad. They want you to be sad. They want you to be a pervert. They want you to attack other people for power, because you, in that, if you become a puppet to these entities, the Greys and reptilians, those are the evil of the world, not Satanism, not our satanic demons. Those are angels. The angels of Satanism are the demons, not the parasites. Okay. Anyways, so moving past that, you could Google this, print out the pictures and sigils yourself on a page, and they are angels. They're guardians. Anyways, so the jellyfish parasites that like to polarize people, they want to watch you lose control and create crime and child abuse because you are an alien experiment to them. And a lot of people can disagree all they want, and that's just fine. But my life is one example of a huge conspiracy, but I'm saying luckily I'm not like other Satanists. I'm not like other Wiccans. I'm not like other pagans, because the first thing that happened to me after I was healed from suffering from what I thought was schizophrenia, I was channeling. I couldn't control my channel. Unfortunately, this led to communication with ghosts, and I had to do something about it. I was putting crosses on the windows, oil Christian crosses and everything else, and it got worse. I made an altar for Jesus. I was combining Christian religion with the archangels, and they kept telling me to go back and repent, and it was just a constant devotion to Jesus, almost enslavement, where I was becoming a Catholic nun practically. That's what they wanted. And I found out it's the reptilians, because I would get aggressive, hate myself. I started, I would pray to them, and then the angel left, and this thing just came back, and I fought it. I wasn't being violent or anything. It was just my attitude. I wasn't relevant in life, and finally I sat down and started to channel. I knew my channel was open, and that's how bad it was. It was if you could take the top of my head off and all the energy's flowing up, all that electrical energy going out, I was having nightmares and stuff because it wasn't shut off. And so I was okay, I'll use this. And I watched a video about Yeshua, and that's what saved my life. He was a real person. He did not die on a cross. He explained this to me. We were watching the Passion of Christ, and he was telling me while he sat in my body, like he was really with me for 2 weeks. And as I was watching it, he's like, this is mental abuse. And that's how he talked, like very calm, very respectful. This is not me. This never happened. And his voice was very, faint. This never happened. This is abuse. And he, if you could imagine how Jesus looks, that's Yeshua. He's the same person, but he explained to me, not everybody's going to believe this, but that they superimposed his image into the Catholic religion to keep people away from atheism. And many people have talked to Yeshua. They've channeled him, and it's something I will not encourage, because there's been cases where people have actually lost their minds and been ejected from their bodies, or been put into a mental institution and used medicine to get it to stop. And that could take years. And people, he was a healer of his time. And I'm telling you, with a lot of the concepts of what he knew about the people suffering in his time, they only knew what they thought were demons. And it's the invisible energies that live in the astral, and we're their food. So that's why there's so much crime. That's why they have conditioned people to accept hypersexuality. They have conditioned people to accept child abuse and use humor to condition that, like evil. I watched TV with Yeshua for 2 weeks in 2016, and he was appalled. He helped save my life, for me to become a calmer person, not mentally abuse my children. He had kids of his own. He didn't really talk about it, but I got mad at him, and that's how we disconnected, was because I was weaning off of him within those 2 weeks. I was being attacked by a dark energy, and he helped me to deprogram and reprogram myself to know and become mentally dependent so that I could function and be a human being again, because I was rotting in the back of my trailer from insanity. Because I wanted to know everything about the world. I started to do magic, and it all went wrong, So after he came, he left. After I weaned myself off of him, he knew that it was happening. He was respectful about it, and he said to take accountability of what you do before you judge other people. And it was really intense, but I've tried to talk to Christians about this too, and they just get really, really mad and upset. They're like, wow, it seems that you've created this false entity of Jesus that's separated from Christianity, and it sounds like they're trying to keep you away from the real Jesus. Come back to Christianity. And no, he was an atheist of his time, and I'm here to expose that. I'm sorry if this is dragging on for anybody, and thank you for watching. This is really important, because he's not against Satanism at all. He encourages people to be mentally and spiritually dependent on themselves, and he knows what Christianity is doing to people. Like, he's he's mad about it. He cannot believe that the government has created this image around him. Like, he was not happy about the Passion of Christ. He, straight up called it mental abuse. He's like, this is even traumatizing you watching it. You don't deserve to see people being slaughtered like this. Where did this come from? And he exposed the acting. He exposed Hollywood to me, because that's where in my mind where I was asking questions. That's why I was doing magic, was to talk to an entity called Esther. Anyways, it went bad. That's how I kind of went partially insane, but still functional and respectful. I had to hold on, and he pulled me out of it, because I had to take down my altar because there were reptilians and ghosts that didn't want to leave. So after all that was done, all of them were banished from my house and banished from my mind. And walking with him, he being that it's 2023 now, and the information that's being given out, like, people are failing for lack of knowledge, because we're supposed to be focused on our own lives first, ourselves first, not our friends and family in Hollywood, and worried about becoming famous and all this and that, because the enemy is the shadow government that own Hollywood. They want you to become a parasite and become dependent off other people, so that they can either take your soul. And there's a lot of people that know about this, like identity disorder and stuff, because they want you to become so out there and lost that they're able to control you and take everything that you have. So even this could happen in a business. If you have a very important job, like, they want you to sign your life away, what are you sacrificing? You really have to know that your job is not more important than your wife or your husband. Your job is not more important than your kids, is it? And Christians, like, I think he's still with me because of how passionate I am after meeting him. Like, I'm a Satanist right now. I'm a satanic preacher. And I can see, just like walking into a church, how sad it is to watch people you look up to, like the elderly, great men that have fought in wars, fall to their knees because of their false beliefs that they are not worthy enough for Jesus. That's not even his name. That word, that's a curse word. If you're mad, it's not your fault. Yeshua is his real name. When you use that name, he comes to you. He is connected and devoted to the planet. He does not want you to be afraid to explore in your life. He does not want you to be afraid of trying new things. He's not against gay people either. He's confused about all this stuff, but he cannot intervene because he does not have a physical body anymore. So anyways, I will be making another video. Please watch, to expose what Yeshua explained to me with what I was questioning about the Illuminati and Hollywood, is that human beings are not supposed to be hateful at all. Like, we can judge and everything else, but like, human beings, when we first got here, whoever created us and left us here on earth, we were peaceful. And then this other energy came in and kidnapped mankind, invented religion, and then Hollywood. So yes, even in the old times of Babylon, they had famous people. They did plays out in the street, but what was it for? It was to cause people to become disgusting. like, Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, there's nothing wrong with gay, but they had sexual slavery. And in his time, Yeshua exposed the government. This is the Jesus that everybody knows, that guy that stood up, flipped over them tables because they were being overtaxed. That is Yeshua, the pretty little lamb Jesus who wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. That's the one they want you to fall on your knees to, because they want you to be a sheep just like that. Someone who will not stand up for themselves and what they believe. Yeshua was the guy that flipped over the table. He knew about the child slavery that has been happening since ancient Babylon. He tried to expose that. They came after him and tried to kill him and his whole family and his bloodline. So yes, he was a human being, and he's got ancestors and people now today that we don't even know about that are related to Yeshua. That's how stupid they have made us. We have royalty that we don't even know about, and they have you looking at all these British monsters that don't even care about you. We had a king. His name was Yeshua HaMashiach. He was not Jewish. He was a spiritual atheist and connected to the whole entire universe. And he wanted to heal people, and he got attacked by his government, by the government of his time, the ancient Babylonian Pharisees, who disguised themselves as other religions, who we know as the Vatican as today. And what do? What do the government really want? You ever heard that messed up saying, you got to get them while they're young? Why are they pumping out all this crap that has subliminal messages that are perverted towards kids? Because that's them. The ancient Pharisee, ancient Babylonian people that own the Illuminati, they're all pedophiles. They invented the Talmud. They don't want you to know that. They want to take your magic, take all your pagan heritage, and burn everybody on sticks. And now it's almost the end times. New World Order is about to happen, and they're trying to legalize pedophilia through the band Ghost BC. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because I've reported the album Imperia over 60 times. That's a huge message. What happened? Nothing. And so another video I will be doing is to expose Meta on this. Meta and Facebook. That Meta is actually the physical form of what people can do in the astral realm. Have you ever heard about astral projection? Well, this next video will be exposing that. They want you to be completely dependent and out of your mind, and probably end up sitting in your home because they're going to pay all your bills for you. They don't want people standing up for to the government. Why is Facebook not reporting pedophilia, and why are they making it like so hypersexual on Facebook? They want to make it normal. Not enough people are standing up against Facebook right now. They don't have a customer service for a reason. We're under tyranny right now. They're protecting pedophiles. They're protecting Ghost BC, because the only thing that's going to change the government in this, in confronting Facebook as to why they're running it this way and not communicating with the public and Facebook, customer service is supposed to exist. Because what if somebody steals my Facebook? Somehow they can go into your Facebook and see what device and the location and the country or state of where that last login was. And they'll say, wow, Is that where you live? That's evidence of who stole your Facebook. And guess what? Without that customer service, how are you going to take that person to court? They just got away with stealing all your information, all your family's pictures. Come on now. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Please think about this, and people who are new in magic, wrap your head around everything I just told you. The evil entities are real. You have to protect your home. Candles are not going to save you. You have to put up symbols. Upside down cross, above your headboard, front door, windows, and the rest is up to you. But people who don't know that and they just go, you'll end up like me, going crazy. You have to have control of your mind, your heart, and your body. And know when to shut things off. You know when you are comfortable with yourself. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you guys watch the next videos.